Now, Josh, I have a question. Which camera is the real camera?
The one straight in front of you is the normal camera.
Oh.
But why does that camera have a red light on it over there?
Ooh.
Because that's on the switcher.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
This is a little suspicious.
Yeah, don't worry my pretty little head.
You can see what's going on.
Yeah, Viking Goat, you're exactly right. This is, we grapple with philosophical concepts here. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. It is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. I am joined by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster, Eric J. Benson. He has many names. Some of you are worthy to know. Edge Benson.
That's one.
The notorious EJB.
Also true.
Azerbaijan, another classic. Another classic that, of course, we all savor and appreciate. Thank you so much for your care and concern. Oh, Ninja Nurse, thank you. Thank you so much for your care and concern, Clues. I am feeling better. No doubt an afternoon spent day drinking will improve my condition, you know, the rest of the way. Listen, it is a good time to be brewing right now. We're moving into the colder seasons.
And it's getting
of course,
great.
in that colder season, one can begin to sample of the darker beers and feel as though they are fortifying themselves against really a cruel and frankly uncaring world. That is largely the purpose of these more robust beers. At any rate, something to look forward to in the darker months. We have something like that for you today. Of course, on tap behind me, you can see Clue's exquisite handle.
So cool.
100% lovely. You can see that we have it back here. We have a porter on today called Wort Forged. Of course, it's another of our incredible collaborations we put together over the year. Gathered throng. By hook or by crook, you've arrived at Acquisitions Intoxicated, a brewing show, Twitch's brewing show, in fact, where we endeavor, to the best of our ability, to drink in the middle of the day. It's a great plan. Obviously, if your workplace allows it, definitely join along with us. But in addition...
we didn't start this to do anything culturally sound, anything revolutionary. We just really wanted an excuse to day drink.
The actual fact is that it is the deeply held philosophy of this show that brewing is a human art form and we all have an equal share in it. We want to show you how it works. And of course, taste of its fruits. So we're gonna get right the fuck at that. So we have to figure out a time this week or on the weekend or something.
Yeah, to get over to Pico.
To get our new device. I've been sick. Like I thought, oh, maybe this is the weekend. I'll commit to a useful act.
Yeah, no, not so much.
I did play a lot of Gambit and a lot of Forza Horizon 4.
I have to download Forza.
Dude, I have a Ghost. I just got a Ghost in Gambit that increases my XP gains.
Yeah, I got that too. It's so cool,
the
right?
Circuit one, the Circuit Shell. Circuit Shell. All right, Circuit Shell bros, right here. Hey.
Done.
Listen, so as I said, the very, very first part, we're going to have a truncated ritual because obviously we're missing some of our equipment. But can you bring up Wort Forged?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is in this recent series of beers that have actually had plenty of time to become themselves, right? This is in that continuum. Wort Forged and our Brett, which is going to be in that sort of tangy continuum. It's possible, like Gose's in the market are okay. I mean, they're fine. But the Gose that we managed to make with you was an unreal product, right? And it's entirely possible that this Brett, Brettanomyces, basically, this other way of fermenting, basically, something adjacent to a SCOBY goop, basically, this other helpful goop.
I won't show it to you because you won't want to drink it.
No. But my suspicion is that we might have built a beer in that space that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
So let's dish up on this Wort Forged. So what are we looking at here?
We built Wort Forged for Tipsy.
We've never used black malt before. Yes, this is for Tipsy, the brew, the keg robot from the campaign.
Yep. So this was, we put Golden Promise in this as the base malt.
Our local.
It's still pale, yes, the local Golden Promise, but it's still pale malt, but it's much more sweet in flavor instead of being dry and crisp.
Yeah, but it's a very even sweet.
Yeah.
It doesn't go into the caramel or the biscuit.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You're just getting a little more of a sugary taste.
Thanks, Ponskis. And so then you came out, you hit it with the caramel malt, right, which is A+.
Yep, and then you have that black malt.
The black, which we've never used again.
But
so note Gathered Throng, note the fucking SRM on black malt.
500.
Yeah.
We had to put a quarter, 5 ounces.
I was just going to say, this much.
A little over a quarter of a pound.
Exactly. And British ale, it's going to be a classic yeast for this style.
Well, look at how, I'll show you the change when you take that out.
Oh, in terms of the color?
Mm-hmm. Can you see it on the screen?
Oh my goodness. What? Oh, so the bulk of it, the bulk of its porter nature is actually this trick being played by the black malt?
Yep. So that's why it's not as thick and it's not as heavy. It's a light body because we're going to be in the mash. We're using a lighter mash temperature, which gives us a lighter body. Than
so hook them up. We usually don't get down into the guts of it like
that's
that.
Right. We never
so
talk
hook
about
them
this.
up when you say mash temp.
So when we mash out our beer, right? When we are infusing it with hot water to drain to get the sugars out of the grains.
Right.
There are usually 3 different levels that you can mash at, or temperatures.
Yeah.
And it's around 148 to 152 is a light body, 152 to 156 is a medium body, and then 156 to 158 is going to give you a heavy body beer.
Oh, and it's because we're hitting it with temps that are basically, they're building the body of the beer.
Yep.
And that's a choice that you have at the mash temp.
Yep, exactly. And then to stop the whole process, you do what's called a mash out. And that happens at 168 degrees. So you're going to mash out, you raise it up, you pour on.
Oh, you shock it, basically.
Yeah, basically you shock it to stop any of the sugars from coming out. And that's where we call it a mash out. And we rest it at about 168 degrees for 10 minutes.
Right, and just to integrate.
Yep, and that stops all the processes of draining pulling out the sugars.
Right.
And then what we'll do is we do a fly sparge or a sparge, where you pour water over the top.
It's just a wash.
Just to wash everything out, to make sure you're getting all the sugars off the grains.
Right. See? You learned something today. Tuesday was not a complete waste. So, I mean, this is all the preamble, of course. And the backup, of course, is the Tet, which we have a special affection for, even though, I mean, it is not by any means a sexy hop.
No.
Right? But Tet means a lot to us because it's from way back when we started this show.
Yeah.
We went a couple different ways with a beer. So Velvet Rope and Velvet Cape, which come up a lot on the show. We went a couple different ways, and the differences in how the yeast processed the same exact recipe gave us an understanding. Like, I feel like I get Tet in a way.
Yeah,
that sounds like a disease, but I feel like I understand this hop in a new way. Yeah. Basically, again, not a crazy pants hop. I mean, no one's singing its praises, but
us, we are.
But exactly. We know this. We know this young man.
We've built,
and we think he's gonna do okay.
Yeah.
Now, all right. So preamble. We're gonna have some. Right.
Oh yeah.
Right now, is this tuned up correctly? Is this gonna happen for me?
Do we have to call in Jeff?
Oh no! Don't worry. We don't have to call Jeff. That's not how this works.
Where'd the gong go? I thought we actually. Whoa! That looks fantastic.
There are meetings and then there are meetings, Kiko. Some are more important than others.
Okay. Jeff, can I pour you a beer?
I don't know.
I'll give you.
I don't know.
I'll give you a couple here. Here, you tell me if you want more, because I think that this may have the flavor profile.
That is the most fantastic shirt I think I've ever seen you wear. It's a Taco Cat.
Taco Cat. It's
Thank
the
you
palindrome garment. So
I'm not even like, that's amazing.
It's very bright.
This is going to have a coffee note that Jeff will not like, and so it will be fun to watch his face And so that's our plan. No, don't drink it yet.
That's
Don't
my
drink it yet.
slogan. It's fun to watch my face.
Here, so you give it a big swish.
Other activities you can do with my face too.
This is a great visage. And obviously we welcome all to it.
The monitor is missing. I can't see myself. I don't like it.
Oh, I can see you. I got like a
little
bit.
corner?
Yeah, just a nudge.
All right, now.
All right.
So the nose. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here
It's
is
very nutty.
here's the accountant.
Yeah.
So this nutty thing I'm going to ingest will affect my face.
Well, I suspect. Now you tell me to what extent this is going to set off your coffee detection algorithm
It's a pretty strong detection.
and create pain. All right, now I have not had it at all yet.
Okay.
So let's
Is this a communal tasting?
around. Yes. So we're ready?
Oh God, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's really good.
The coffee is way subtle.
Yeah.
It's right at the end.
I can't.
Is there some sort of nut in here?
It's
It's just the malt.
this is Penny Arcade. We're all nuts.
No.
You villain. Brigand. You blackguard. Ne'er-do-well.
I think that is
Gangrel.
the perfect level where it's not gonna make me go.
No.
Just
How is
on
it
the
bitter and
precipice.
sweet at the same time?
We can tell you. Boom! We can tell you. Now.
So
Did I nail it? Did I like?
Yeah,
I mean,
literally
yes.
nailed it.
okay.
Yes. So, Josh, if you would be so kind as to throw up the Brewsmith back up. So take a look at this. It has a touch of black malt. Not a lot, right? A very small amount. But it is enough to impart that edge of bitterness. And it's only 5 ounces total in the full grain bill, right?
Yeah. It like
It is there primarily for color. Without
when it
that,
first touches the tongue, there's a
Right.
little bit of bitterness, and then it's sweet, and then at the very end is that
That's
coffee.
where that coffee comes in for you. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't like the aftertaste.
yes.
I need a chaser.
Yeah. Next week. Get your chaser next
Oh,
Tuesday.
fantastic.
Next Tuesday you're gonna like it because next Tuesday we're gonna bring out
8
Brett.
months in a row.
What?
Lore 798.
What?
That is
Thanks so much. That's
fantastic.
awesome.
Laura, now,
That is awesome.
so get a load of
Jeff likes
this.
it,
So
he really likes
so without this, without the addition of the black malt, this beer is if you look at the ingredients, without the addition of the black malt, this is something like an ale.
Yeah.
So is this
Check out the
the
color.
ingredient? I mean, this is the recipe.
Yeah. So take a look at
Okay.
this. So
I'm-
so look at this. Look at the closer screen, Jeff.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Now take a look at the color in the glass.
So that's what it is now.
Okay.
If we just remove the 1/4 of an ounce of black malt,
Oh my gosh.
Look at the color.
It turns to a light
So
green.
it's almost a trick in some
Okay.
ways.
So here, pump back up. I'm looking. So the IBU.
that's the bitterness of the
Yeah.
hop.
So if it's a 44. I mean, I assume I moved the decimal point.
no, so the
Oh,
IBU
it's
is
over there.
27.9.
Oh, perfect.
So
Okay,
it's very
that's right.
light.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right where I want it.
Bitterness
And
is
the
not
color is about a 36.
Decent amount of alcohol to it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
there. What is it?
6.3. 6.5.
It's
Okay.
not horrible, but it's
But it's present.
it's
It's
there.
present.
definitely
It's going to enable savvy, detailed accounting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Clue.
It's gonna put me right on my game.
Thank you. You don't
you.
need to XL, but you don't need to.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Really good.
Hey, that's a
really
winner.
good.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
So we were able to find something that obviously on the back there.
I'm glad I canceled my worthless meeting with Pico.
Yeah. That's the challenge. That's the challenge for you is going to be in the back, but the rest of it.
You're going to want to review. We have a lot of beer. Yeah.
This is to go.
Oh, here. Let me hook you up.
You don't want me walking behind you? Is that what you're saying?
It would be my great pleasure.
You just want to use the awesome tap.
I know.
No,
it's amazing.
That's what it's mostly
We have
about.
to build
yes.
a. See, so Jeff, the fantasy is we build in a rolling bar with that tap, so you can just come in and be bartender for the show.
I'm ready.
So that's
Put me in, coach.
That's the fantasy.
Honestly, what we should do is build a bar on wheels.
No, as like a stage.
Yeah. So that you don't have to get rid of this cart.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. A rolling bar.
Yeah, well, let's do it.
Right
do
in
it.
there.
Ready.
Make like a set.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so we
man.
just roll in the bar. It's all set, and Jeff
This-
can just stand behind it
This
and
feels
pour
like,
beer for
this
everybody.
feels like the sort of conversation. Oh, you're gonna hate this. Come on in.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rough, but
No, you're not.
Give it a-
Go into right there. You're gonna hate it,
Give it a try.
but we're all gonna love how much you hate it.
Okay.
So it's good. We're gonna win. Ultimately, we're gonna win.
We're technically going to win. You maybe.
Yeah. All right. Now, it's like Mikey likes it.
Yeah.
Right. We've all seen the commercial
Yeah.
campaign. At any rate, if you're ancient.
It smells like beer.
I was gonna say yes,
Yeah.
and coffee, which is
Coffee.
also not a
Yeah.
Mike. All right. So it's beer, coffee.
That's the face I was expecting.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
oh.
Here. Now,
Yeah, it tastes like it tastes like someone spilled coffee into beer.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I want you to come away with, just as a piece of trivia.
Yeah.
This is a very good beer.
Okay.
If you say so, sure.
It feels like it tastes like a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
like-
It's been
saying.
a long day.
No. No.
No, never. Not again.
That was the best.
Oh, that is good. That is good. Now,
It's really good.
If we could tune it or change it, what do you think we would do?
Nothing?
I mean,
I don't want to change it.
No,
like,
I
that's
like
fantastic.
I like what I have.
Yeah.
Like
That is utterly fantastic.
if you like your beer, you can keep your beer, right? Wort Forged
Yeah.
is an unqualified success, I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Black malt is hardcore. Like
For such a little amount?
For me, that's the takeaway: is that black malt is like a powerful artifact that has to
Mm-hmm.
be used gingerly, right? Here,
I am so
Here, so I'm gonna get.
Congratulations, everyone.
I'm
This
gonna
is-
get a little bit more to do a real assessment.
the first one was only really just to taste the initial flavors.
Oh, thanks, Big Duck. As if there were not enough, we have the Drawn and Courtier glassware, the Drawn and Courtier, Acquisitions
yeah, right?
Incorporated tap, and then we
And-
also
yeah.
have the Acquisitions Intoxicated official
clues.
cork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. Clues is too good to us.
You know what's not? Your friend that's sitting right next to you that can't even fill your beer glass up, even though you brew
Oh
the
my
beer.
goodness! No, listen.
For
no,
him
let
to
it
drink.
Let it be
I mean,
said. Let it be said.
Clues, I got you. Thanks for everything.
I don't have great peripheral vision. Now that the process has happened, we've gotten good reviews. Let's assess it as a product, and then we'll move on to the rest of the ritual.
Sure.
Right? Okay. So up top, I would say that
It's almost creamy.
yes. I would say that this actually, it smells like cold brew,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
almost like a nitro tap cold brew type experience, right?
Yeah.
And there's just the hint of the color in the base of the glass. The
Right.
rest of it is the color we're looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what I want to be drinking this in a cabin somewhere in the woods during the wintertime.
I want to drink this while I write a manifesto decrying the evils of modern technological society. That's
Done.
This is a Trey Unabomber sort of beverage. I
Yeah.
would say.
Very much so.
It will stoke the fire in your heart. Now, all right, so it basically smells like cold brew. I would say the beer aspect of the nose is not massive,
Mm-hmm.
and I suspect that's by and large. I mean, we know perfectly well.
Yeah.
I don't have to suspect.
Well, and that's the thing. We didn't put in any flavoring or aroma hops. So we only put the hops in there just to counteract the sweetness of the malt.
Yeah, and it has found, like Lone Wolf and Cub,
Very much
it's
so.
found that middle path between heaven and hell.
Yeah, that's a great reference. Congratulations.
It's a really, really good movie and book. There's a lot of them, but it's good. Now, so we know what's going on top.
But Jeff
Let's get in there.
Jeff nailed it with it's coming in sweet right away, and then it finishes.
But exactly, but to the extent that it was actually confusing to get it, to get both of those things in there, but then have them both be strong enough to be present.
Yeah.
It's not wrestling. Now, if you love coffee, like we're both home roasters
Right,
as well.
right.
If you love coffee, you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Right?
But even if you're like, Jeff, where it's coffee is not your favorite afternoon.
No, exactly.
It's not overpowering, right? It's not like you're drinking grains.
No, and
inside of
again, and I think that this is part of why it works because so it has the caramel malt, but by and large the bulk of the sweetness is a neutral sweet.
Oh yeah, it's
I-
6.5 or 6.25 pounds.
And that neutral
golden
sweet,
promise.
right? That neutral sweet is what it's bringing along with it. It's like sugaring coffee,
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
so it's very even.
Yeah.
The whole way through.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why it functions. It should be said that he is not a coffee drinker.
At all.
Yeah. For a long time, caffeine was not on the menu, and I am sure that if we bring him onto the show and have him drink enough, he'll explain to us precisely why that was, but I can't volunteer that information. Now, all right.
God, this is. Josh, do you want to try some of this? Because man.
Yeah, he does. Here you go, Josh. You want it. There has to be some benefit to toiling behind the boards. Godspeed. Yeah, so I think that the main characteristics is the true coffee nose, the coffee aftertaste,
Right.
and the even sweet. So
The even sweet, but
by and
it's
large,
tipsy. It's
by-
literally tipsy.
Exactly, and it's high. It's pretty high ABV
Yeah.
for a porter.
For a
anyway.
porters, they're usually in the 4.5.
No, porters are like ales.
Yeah.
Right. What? Are you back for more?
Jason.
Yeah.
Yes, possible.
Jeez. All right.
I brought friends.
Yes,
Apron.
I can hook you up. I know how to get it. I'll just use this amazing tap.
Talk to.
I'll just use this amazing tap from Clues.
That's so cool.
All right, that's for you. And then
Dankeschön.
I will back you up over here.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think that Beth would love this.
I think she would too.
Yeah.
She's missing out.
Yeah, so Beth is our controller at Penny Arcade. She doesn't feel so good today. And I suspect very strongly that the idea of drinking alcohol right now would not be welcome.
I don't know.
But-
This might cure you.
But so
whatever
but
ails you.
she's like a legit witch.
Yeah.
She is.
And her coffee cup is
the thing-
actually like a big ceramic cauldron.
The thing that sucks is she likes dark beers. So this is like the one that she would have loved.
No, convey. Yeah, obviously
let her know.
convey
Yeah.
our love
I will.
to Beth. But
Yeah.
this is a very Beth sort of beverage
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, our
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Our pleasure. So this.
I cannot believe this beer.
Again, man, I don't. It's very. I get what Jeff was saying. It's confusing for a specific reason, and that's that it's able to incorporate these different axes. Like you can see this diagram. The diagram is often used for coffee, where it's sort of it's the same diagram they use on Dance Dance Revolution.
It's like the Venn diagram almost. Like
no, in the Venn diagram, it's like around the center, and then there's these different poles
oh, sure.
around it.
Yeah.
But this manages to ride a very particular line of being fully sweet and fully bitter, in a way that I'm not sure I've seen addressed in the marketplace, I guess is how I put it. Yeah, I think that if we sold this, we would be very famous.
Yeah. I am thoroughly impressed with this beer. Just thoroughly impressed with it. Congratulations, everyone.
I don't know what to do. It's like
this is-
I don't know what to do. So it's like you get to a certain point, and it's like, okay, well, this is functioning,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be doing your shit, but you have to be conscious enough to say, okay, well, that actually really worked, and I need to. It's like for us, I think it's like, so we need to honor it.
Yeah.
Functionally speaking, right?
Yeah.
We need to take this seriously.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It can't, it's like, hey, high five, bro. Like, I mean, we need to figure out at what point
Yeah, like this becomes.
this is what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
Right?
this is unreal.
Jesus.
Are we allowed to buy stock in Ack Inc. and get this shit
I'd
off
love
the
to
ground?
offer it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
right?
the last one was even better than the other one.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do. Honestly,
I know what to do.
well, I know that you know what to do.
No.
Here,
I mean, I know what to do.
I'll hook you up. Now, So we gotta get at it, and then once we start doing our polls, we will jump in and get your cues. Hey, so Neuro Jedi, listen up. What we're tapping today, if you were familiar at all with the, I am marking out for this beer, yes, and I know what that means. I know that is a piece of wrestling fan terminology. Now,
what happened? Who did what?
well, Eckler says I'm marking out for this beer.
Okay, what does marking mean? I've watched wrestling, and I've been out of it for so long, I don't remember
So
what marking
wrestling,
means.
so a lot of the interior terminology.
Well, yeah, like heels and all the stuff and all that.
Yes, but it gets more elaborate. Well, it gets more elaborate in wrestling. So the reason this is coming up is because I went to WWE Raw last night. So with Ryan and Amy and Levin, and it was fucking amazing. So the complicated thing about wrestling terminology, and the terminology is like a reason enough, at least for a word like dork, to get into it. So the terminology at some thresholds is aware of itself and the fact that it is terminology for a false thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like you're being over. Or you're
Yeah.
over, right?
Yeah, kayfabe
Yeah.
is like omerta or something. It's like a cultural practice within which this performance exists,
Yeah.
and everyone is obligated to pretend that it is
Yeah.
true, right? So a mark is a fan.
Oh, okay.
But so if you're marking for something,
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
right? Something like a stan, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, this is too good. Now,
Yeah.
so here's what we're gonna do. We'll get at these cues later, but for now we got to figure out what we're gonna cook up today.
Right.
Right. So let's get at it. Theme.
What should we go with?
So who have we not covered? We went after Auspicia with a very nice one before our first hazy, as I
Yeah.
recall. Very excited.
Little dagger?
Ubtao the Maze God. Nice. I love it. Pendragon might be an interesting one.
Could be fun.
Yeah. No, you know what we'll do?
Is there anything from...
especially since he died, I think that there is an interesting path we can take there.
And is there anything... Stiggs! Is there anything from the West game that we could incorporate?
Let's see, we came after Strix pretty good. Oh, you know what? There was this slurry of potions that was created when the shelves came down.
Yep. That could be really fun.
That could be kind of an alien concept, right?
Thanks,
Pax
Half-Blood.
West potion slurry. I like that. And of course we can, I mean, that's how VRA came to be so small.
Again.
So small.
Again. Like it's just been a state of miniaturism for him.
It's true, it's true. Now, is there anything else in that particular game?
God, there was so much. It was such a fun game.
Hit Fiend.
Yes. The answer
Right?
is fucking yes.
All right. I think that we have got a very robust...
The Alchemist shelf. There we go. Oh, we haven't done one for Asmodeus. That's...
We certainly
Whoa.
could. Oh, hey,
Jarlaxle.
Bear and Timber. Jarlaxle's Purple
Yeah.
Worm Venom. That's a great one, too. Now, that would be another great
need
one.
to
Here,
write these down
No,
for
no,
next
that won't
time.
even be a choice. We're just going to say, hey, in this episode of Acquisitions
Yeah.
Intoxicated,
Done.
we're going to make Jarlaxle's Purple Worm Venom. Oh, the Demogorgon, yeah. But, I mean, we really, if we're going to do something with Chris, I'd love to have him here.
Yeah,
he's
we have
he's
to
so
call
fun
him.
to work with.
Yeah, we have to call him. He said he's free whenever, so
Yeah.
it's just us getting a hold of him to come down.
Yeah, for them, they just got these big dates, you know, because they got to make these
game.
these global. Yeah, but I mean, they have to make a game on top of a game on top of a game multiple times a
They
year.
had 15 million people play and read.
Right.
So, yeah, understandable. It's a little hectic.
So what are we looking at here? Oh ho, they want the slurry.
the slurry.
Okay, well that's going to be okay. So to my mind, what that's going to indicate. Well, here I'm going to let that run. Let me go over to these cues. Hey, this blonde ale says that it goes well with nuts. Can you comment on why a beer would or would not do that? Well, it depends on the nut. I mean, some nuts are very, like I would say that some nuts are very bitter. and some, let's see. Again, it depends on the nut. Like a praline or a walnut is very, very bitter. And so
Right.
there's going to be different beers that would function
Right,
with that.
exactly.
Right? And even then, it's a different bitter than you
Yep.
would get from a hop.
Yep. And
Right.
like if it's a peanut, it's salty. There's a reason. So the funny thing is,
Salt, yeah, one of them is salt.
yeah, yeah. And bars will offer free peanuts to people, not because they want to be nice. It makes you want to drink more.
You do.
So if
do,
you ever
but I
go
don't
to a
mind.
bar,
That's why
I'm not arguing.
That's
it.
why I went into the
Yeah.
bar. Like, I don't feel manipulated by that.
No,
You know?
I feel just I'm okay with this.
No, this is a symbiotic relationship.
Yep.
So yes, I would say that it depends on the nut, but beer, obviously, being a malt construct primarily by volume, is going to accompany
Yeah.
the richer, savory, salty of nuts in the same way that like adding salt to a chocolate chip cookie
Yeah. Exactly.
makes it a better chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you said, like a walnut would be fantastic.
yeah.
Not that I can do that because I'm allergic. So,
praline.
but yeah, like a
Oh,
praline.
tree nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ritzbits wants to know if we're going to see some kill team action or more assembly. I mean, today I think we're probably going to build the rest of our terrain. And
well, yeah.
and then we should play the demo game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Oh God, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thanks, Mike and Goat. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. See, Atria's got a great question here. Do you have a separate ferment pipeline for Brett so it doesn't infect your shit?
No. So all you really do is you hit it with some star sand.
Oh, I was going to say star sand, and then worst case scenario, you're going to come after the fermenter with a PBW
Yep.
or a one step.
Yep.
Just to fucking murder it.
One
right?
step is an oxygen cleaner, kind of like OxyClean in that sense, but PBW is caustic, and that gets rid of just about anything.
Yeah.
So
So something
those
to keep in mind. So one of the places that we haven't had a chance to do it just because shit's been so fucked up on Saturdays, it bums me out. But when we iterate our classic C-Team writing walk, it typically starts at Lucky Envelope, a great Ballard brewery, truly legendary. I mean, by Seattle standards, functionally a brand new outfit.
Yeah.
But they've just been murdering it from day one. And they had a Brett beer. It's the very first time I'd ever even seen the terminology. They had a keg in the back, and they had massive labeling all over it, basically to warn people who came into contact with it. Understand that this is through the glass doors back in the brew portion of the house, right? Mm-hmm. They had warnings all over this keg, like if you touch this shit, you need to be careful about what you do next. Mm-hmm. Simply because they were concerned about infection.
absolutely.
Hey, so we are out the door here. I'm pretty sure that the PAX West Potion Slurry came out on top, and I could not be more pleased.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, after seeing Wort Forged, there's not a scenario. I just don't believe there's a scenario where we address any of these concepts and it comes out as anything, silver medal minimum.
I love it.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Right. Now,
So-
the slurry.
Boom.
So style-wise,
The first one I'm going to hand out
Something to
is
consider.
a double IPA.
yeah.
Because if it's mixing potions, we're going to be able to mix tons of different hops,
Yes.
right? So we're going to get all these flavors pouring into this beer as they fall off the shelf.
Exactly.
Right? Into
But
if there was a
also-
cauldron that you're throwing hops into.
But it's also going to be strong enough to counter even what I would describe as highly novel additions.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So let's say double IPA,
Yep.
which would be the first on the show.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Something to consider. Again, we try to stay away from it, but not because we don't like it. It's because we would do nothing but IPAs if it was up to us. So, double IPA, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we could go with for this. Anybody in the channel have any ideas?
Mechanthrope, we haven't made a sour, but the beer we're going to tap next week is going to be Brett fermented, so it's got some of the same characteristics. Now, J. Rambaz and Mechanthrope have a case. They are making a very good case.
What is it? Oh, they want a sour?
Sour. And they're not wrong. They're just not wrong. I mean, if what we're talking about is every potion
All throw it into one? Yeah, okay.
in just a heap. Look, it's not my favorite style, but I'm not I am not mad at it at all. Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it. We'll just throw that carboy in the dumpster afterward. We're going to do it.
Oh, I already got the one from the Brett. So.
He's right. Yeah, exactly. Just use the same goddamn one.
What do you think about a saison?
Well, saison is classic because we
It's just
can
a
interpret
mixture.
it.
Yeah, it's a mixture of all different things. Maybe not.
No, it would work, right? Hey, New Belgium, how you doing?
New Belgium.
Ooh, Gose. Now,
Oh, that could be fun.
that is a good idea too. What if we did a second Gose? Like, so we've already established that we can do a Gose like nobody.
Yeah.
DC Raven X, there's lots of ways to mix multiple styles. But in the 45 minutes we have left, I think we only have time to do one total. Yeah, Gose. Let's do another Gose,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Let's approach that style.
Sure.
And then when we're talking about what's going in, it's going to have that
Oh yeah, we can put anything.
acidulated.
Yeah.
It's going to have
The
a
acidulated
tang,
malt,
a salt, a fruit. It's going to actually have a super broad profile that I think we can succeed with. So we're going to toss in our second Gose. Going back to the Gose well. There's your poll.
God, that double IPA though.
Hey, Dracus wants to know if this is Beersmith 2 or 3.
This is 2.
2.
I still have to upgrade. I haven't just gotten around to it yet.
Oh, here, St. Brian's back at it.
What?
What type of internal, I suspect that might be infernal stew. Internal stew, that's what happens after I eat the stew. Or other autumnal feast would you want with this? You know, SB, when we're done, let's put a couple flavor notes out there based on what we come up with.
What about for the porter?
Because our whole range. Oh, you know what? This is early enough.
Does he mean the porter?
He might have been talking about the porter. You know what I would do with this? I would maintain your autumnal feast end to end, and I would do. In terms of ingredients, I would do good salty roast pork,
Oh yeah, that would be great.
roast pumpkin or squash. Right.
Roast pumpkin. That sounds fantastic.
That's the key, right? Between that coffee.
Yeah, and the sweetness that's inside of that.
And also then the oiliness of the pork, like now we're talking. Ingredient-wise, what else would be good? I would also do something in the tasty harvest nuts type range. At that point,
Oh, yeah.
I would put that in there sort of as the base note with the pork and the pumpkin.
Yeah, what about like a plowman's
Yes,
type
I
of
was just
thing,
gonna
right?
say yes, or something like a shepherd's pie, but reimagine it with the gourd and that roast pork.
Oh yeah, roast pork in a shepherd's pie. Okay, done.
Let's make your version of it, man. Good Lord.
Wow. Yeah.
So what are they thinking out here? Let's take a
So
look.
far, the Gose is in the lead.
Really? That's so surprising. I think of a Gose as pretty inside baseball.
Yeah, I mean, you either really love them or you just don't want to go near them.
Yeah. Oh, for everybody who was hanging out with us last Tuesday, when we were talking about Clipper-chan and the God Hand Clipper, and I bought Kiko a set.
Did you? What? You did not?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's great.
This is what you have to understand.
That's
this is what you have to
awesome.
know deep in your heart. You have to know that Kiko already has a pair. But he was not mad because eventually they give out
Yeah.
and you need a new pair, or Clipper-chan will get sad. If you are not familiar with Clipper-chan or the God Hand Nipper, take a look. Kalinsky says, wasn't the original VRE beer a Gose? Unwarranted advantage?
Yep.
Yes. Wonder if Rothfuss is a fan of the style. He might be, but Kalinsky, I'm generally speaking not a fan of the Gose style.
Yeah.
But this Gose was out of fucking control. I think it's because in our version of it, we emphasize, it's all about the knobs, right?
Yeah.
Our version of it emphasizes the citrus.
Yeah, we really took it up a notch with
Yeah,
that citrus.
like Reuben's, I think Reuben's is one of the best breweries in town. I find their Gose deeply unpleasant.
Right.
And I think it's because it's too sour, not salty enough, and doesn't have enough citrus. So it's, to my mind, it's completely out of whack,
Yeah, that's true.
right? It's like drinking yogurt or something. It's just like, I don't,
Yeah, and there's so many
There's
ways
a way
to
to do
interpret
that.
the style.
It's called kefir. I'll drink it, but it's thick, it's chunky, it's rich. I don't want that for my beer. Hey, look. So sour obviously mounted a
good
a
comeback.
robust response, but at the end of the day, we got to say that Gose is on top of it.
Okay,
Now,
let us go.
okay, so pulling up that style.
All right, let's get some ABV up in
yep.
here. So the ABV on a Gose is usually very light. They're sessionable. You can drink lots of them, not have to worry about getting too tipsy.
Oh yeah, they are very, very potable.
Typically, you're looking in the
You
4 to
can drink-
5% range.
Exactly, but you can drink them and remain human, and that's a great advantage. Not every beer is that way. We make some pretty scary. IPAs up around these parts,
Yep. Oh man.
right? But so ABV.
Yep. So what do we want to do? It's usually around 4 to 5%. We could go a little higher. There's nothing saying we can't.
No, exactly. Because the scenario here
Yep.
is one
Is
where
where all these potions
a
are flying off
combination
the
is
tip.
going. I think that we have to give them.
Salt. It all goes in.
We have to give them a 6 option, even though it's a Gose,
Yeah.
just to indicate, just as a story note,
Right.
just to indicate that there is something a little bit
Well, and the
out of
purpose of what was happening in that scene too.
yes,
Right?
there's something a little bit out of the lines,
Yeah.
like coloring out of the lines a little bit there. Something to consider.
I like
I'd be
that.
happy to throw that in. Hey, Adam J. Game to Grow. Oh, welcome,
Hey.
welcome, friends. Do you recommend any rating scale or framework for assessing different beers? I mean, there are definitely official scales.
Yeah. But
this
mostly
sort
it's
of
your
thing.
tongue.
Yeah.
Whatever you like, that's what you should drink. Like
Yeah.
everybody's, you don't have to go, with the herd and be like, oh, I love this beer because everybody else loves it. If you
no.
like Bud Light, drink Bud Light.
Well, no.
We'll only make fun of you a little bit.
Well, no, a tiny bit, but here's the fact of the matter: it's quite good.
Yeah.
And listen. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It is very, very good. It has to be. But think about how much of this they make.
It's marketing. No.
But,
No, but,
but I'm saying it is
it's an
a
institution.
baseline.
Yeah.
Like it is a classic calibration instrument.
Yeah.
Now, don't stay there, right? And Jay Rambaz has a great case for you there, Adam.
Yeah.
Untapped. A lot of people use Untapped. Think of it sort of like Goodreads.
Foursquare or
Foursquare,
anything you
Goodreads.
check in. Yeah.
Like any one of these any apparatus that you would use
Yeah.
to track your enthusiasm in any other context. Untapped is that for beer.
Just remember to turn off the Twitter notifications when you use it, because people will be asking you if you're an alcoholic when you go to a
Jeff.
beer tasting.
I got work to do.
Hold on. Are you getting this for the Shadow Chancellor? What?
No, she said she didn't want any, but I told her she should taste it.
We'll be drunk in
Oh, no,
She
a little bit.
lightweight.
Well, no. She is a goblin, and as such is very small. Now,
She once smelled tequila and got drunk.
here. So give it a try, just a little bit, right? Yeah, it's very nice. You were shaming me now, but that's not necessary.
Scotch drinker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Well, that's dark.
Yeah. So, but it's gonna have some of those.
Imagine a dark porter.
It's gonna have some of those darker
Wait, they're all-
notes that you like
That's smooth.
in a Scotch. Yes. Well, because it's had a long rest. That's why. It's had a super long rest.
Where's it been resting?
In a
Carboy.
planter.
Yeah. It's been
On the
pretty-
ground.
Anyway,
Thank
see,
you.
very
corner of my
very reasonable, but a
apartment.
small
No,
amount.
this is nice.
All right.
Thank you, Jerry.
My pleasure. Now, so essay is like, hey, in all seriousness, when are you going to go to a show or competition with your beers? The first thing I think is to make a production scale build.
Yeah.
Give as much as we can to friends.
Right.
Like have a supply.
Right.
Which would for us would be so novel. I mean, we have blown kegs on the show.
I know. And Dave wants to make a label. You know what I mean?
I know for a fact that he wants to make a label.
So-
imagine a combination of something like this, like a War Priest or one of these dark beers. Imagine that combined with his just
Amazing talent. Yeah.
well, his ability to digest that concept and then
Yeah.
create a brand around it. So imagine that like on a can wrap, like a set of king, like a
Oh,
crowler
absolutely.
style run,
Absolutely.
like a large scale can run.
Yeah.
Because to my mind, that would be such an interesting way to present War Priest in that sort of column.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. Especially a crowler because of the character and what it is and what it represents. Gosh.
It'd be so good.
Well, yeah,
Listen.
it'll happen.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I
We
can't.
already have the means. We just have to put the wheels to the ground.
Exactly. But it's like, to my mind, I'd love to have it to offer. But, I think that we can kill two birds with one stone. The ultimate scenario for me is to get a production run and then have that to enter. Now, they say 6, and I support them 100%.
Fantastic. Let's talk about SRM. Usually a Gose is between 2 and 4.
Yes.
Maybe do we go to 6 or 7? I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah, so ABV. 6, okay. Now, so you're saying, so Gose, yeah.
Atravinica, my second run of War Priest will be carved by this weekend in Ballard. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Godspeed, brother. Oh, yeah, Oscar Blues, they make and sell
Yeah.
the Crowler Seamers. Yeah, I've seen the Crowler Seamers. And then obviously they got the mobile trucks now.
Yep.
Right? A dark Gose essay? Are you crazy?
Imagine a dark Gose.
Are you crazy? It could be, though. I'm not mad. Thanks, Pygmy.
Hooray!
Yeah, see, so Jay Rambos is like some edition that will add a super weird color.
Oh, we did blood
to my
orange
mind,
for Patrick's.
Yeah, and it was exquisite.
Yep, you can put coriander in a Gose.
Honestly, coriander is not a weird.
No, that's what normally goes in a Gose.
It's not a weird addition for a Gose. Yes, no, Kirk agreed. Darker than more delicious. I mean, and there's a reason for that, obviously, in terms of the malt build. But if it has a light color, we can have additions that do make it strange.
Absolutely.
So it's all about, if we want it to be dark, it can be dark. If we want it to be lighter and then make it weird, lighter on the SRM is
Yeah.
good. So what would you suggest to be the range?
2, 4, and maybe 6.
Yeah.
So super light to golden.
Okay. Yeah, because again, we're gonna get into some weird shit here, and so it could be that we want to. I mean, people have been pushing that glitter on us for a while.
I know,
See,
right?
Wolfen
I
is
saw
like-
it. I already saw it.
People are pushing that glitter 24/7 on this show.
Ooh, golden figs? That's freaking
Figs.
cool. Klinsky, that is,
Ooh, because
Great.
that's such a rich sweet.
yeah, what an interesting flavor too, right?
I have never seen fig. I mean, somebody has done it just because
yeah.
the world is vast.
Or an apricot. That could
Right.
be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely had apricot, different types of ales, but
Well,
it's
like
because-
Magic Hat is that's the baseline of
exactly,
people
but,
that use.
but it's how
apricot.
you add it
Yeah.
and for what reason,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, figs would definitely be different, but again, that's a dark, rich, sweet. Yeah, salt, exactly. Oh, I bet fig vodka is quite
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh, cardamom.
One time, cardamom is amazing, Rocky. So yeah, and cardamom would also move us into that spice herbal vibe.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it is kind of citrusy, right?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously depends on how much you're using and how long the soak is, right?
God, super interesting.
Josh is coming with the prune offer.
Oh, prune, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now, Graham, I gotta say, I have seen turmeric is everywhere now.
Right?
It is all over the place.
Ninja has peach. That's a really cool.
Peach is a nice, bright sweet.
Yeah, I dig that. That's fun. But then again, let's think about what we're doing here, right?
Cardamom is a good choice.
If we're throwing potions into this vat, it's like, what does peach and cardamom taste like? What does,
Peach and cardamom is the classic.
how do we,
Like cardamom peach if we're in a pie, like that is.
is that really the,
Oh yeah, Yeah. It's the combination again of that sort of like bright, rich, sweet, and then the citrus spice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It is a known quantity.
I want to know if Ryan Hartman approves of
Oh
that.
yeah. Thai basil is very peppery.
Ooh, yeah.
Very peppery, and the anise note is well put. But yeah, we may be going somewhere with this cardamom and peach. All right, hey, listen.
Oh, plum. That's cool.
They want that golden 6, and we're going to give it to them. In fact, it's 6.
666.
Wait a second.
Number of the beast.
Well, they won't be able to give us They won't be able to give us another 6.
That's what you think, son of a bee, because IBUs are between 5 and 12. And you know what's between 5 and 12? 6. Motherfucking 6.
I'm not mad. I gotta say, I was sad because there would be no 6. All right. Remember the motherfucking beast. That beast. All right.
I just want to see if they'll actually do it.
Oh, I have a suspicion. All right, so we're talking about those IBUs, the International Bittering Unit. 5. 6, the number of the beast.
Not that we're
I'm not
looking for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not throwing the vote in any.
Well, no,
direction.
listen, these craven, channel beasts, God only knows what they'll come up with. The truth is that even at 5 or 7, it's still very funny.
Yeah. Graham Baxter 1. I'm watching you. Salt 3. This is bullshit.
Yeah, Holkins.
Oh, hey, Kyle the tree. What the fuck?
Jay
1.
Rambaugh's coming in for 8.
Shroomish. You son of a bitch.
These brigands. Oh, Mr. Meat
I knew
Suit.
it. I always knew Mr. Meat Suit would.
Democracy was a mistake.
Yep.
No,
Wolfie!
it's fine. No, listen. They can endeavor to create revolution at the borders, but I want you to take a look at the percentages. Look at the real percentages. Look at the vote. Now, we require this. We need
I
this
see
to
you,
happen.
New Belgium, you mother. God damn it, right on the screen. 1? Are you kidding me?
Well, no, it's like this. We need this safety valve so that we can maintain top-down control while they still feel as though they've made a difference. Okay? Like, that's the key. This is all Big Brother. I'm sure you've seen the book.
Yeah.
And in the manner of all tyrannies, I'm going to stop the vote early. So it looks like I got what I wanted.
Yep.
6. All right. That's what you think. Salt.
Strong minority can overthrow that. That's fantastic. Salt, that's great.
Now, the poll has changed. All right, here we go. Now, we're looking good. It's the number of the beast.
Thank you guys. That was funny.
Now,
love you all.
Somehow,
just joking.
So
with
that
yelling.
explains, right? I mean, that
poll is fake news. yeah, kind of.
Here, but that's how we were able to get there, like with the regular Gose.
Yeah.
So I did not know that the IBUs were so low.
Yeah.
So that's how actual citrus can even stand a chance.
Right, because it's such a light beer in general, with a light body.
Oh, totally.
That you're not creating a sweet malt base with it.
No. The malt base is here, but in my mind, I was always like, what are hops even going to do in this context? But that isn't going to be the key choice of where we're getting our flavor out of.
Right.
All right, cool. So we're good on that. So now it's about those malts.
Cool. Yeah, let's talk about malts. Like, this is really fun when it comes to Goses for the malts that we can use. Because traditionally it's Pilsner and wheat malts. But we can put some acidulated malt in there.
Yes.
We're going to put some salt in here as well.
True.
But we can go a little bit off the mark and say we just want to use pale malt to make it even more dry and crisp than Pilsner.
Yeah.
So Pilsner is going to be the first choice. Pale malt, or I'll even...
So how would you differentiate Pilsner and pale malt?
Pilsner...
is mega dry crisp.
Yes. Where pale is going to be kind of middle of the road. It's a little more sweet in flavor, but it's still going to be very dry and crisp.
So a little more syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So be thinking. So what I need you to do now, gathered throng, is think about the craw. Consider the craw. Alternator. So I'm not sure if you are familiar with the PAX West game, which, as so often is the case, turned into a fiasco moments after its
It was so good.
inauguration. But there was a point at which young Viari did endeavor, a deeply injured Viari, did endeavor to climb up a very tall set of shelves that were covered with potions of various kinds. Right? And that slurry of potions had a variety of bizarre effects. And among those effects was to shrink Viari, but another one was to, a month or so later, cause us to create a beer.
It's so great.
Yeah, see, Salt's hitting up New Belgium. They want to know how they were able to make one of the best IPAs in the world, but also a notice on the use of hemp cannabinoids. Yeah, I mean, that's the HPA, when we had it on the show, like,
God,
It was-
they make great beer.
it
Like,
was out of control, man.
yeah, when we get a chance, I would love to visit New Belgium and just see what their operation looks like, because, man,
It was exquisite.
it's amazing.
Right. Hey, so they want the pale for a little bit richer body, I think, is what they're looking for.
Okay, I like that.
And we're going to give it to them. Much like X.
Yeah, he's going to give it to you.
Well, he can't deliver on your own,
Yeah, it's true.
So we're going to build terrain at 3.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then you suggested in one of those books there's some kind of a demo game.
Yeah, and it's just two. We each get two
2 figs?
figs, and that's it. And we just play. And then there's some objectives, and we just go from there.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I came before the show just to look at my special
right?
boys.
Yeah, I'm all up on the wall, and I'm like, oh, they look so good.
They do. It's like right now, there's no beef. They've been back there hanging out for a week.
Right? But what happens when we put them back on the shelf after a fight?
Well, yeah. I'm thinking about that heavy stubber and the truly brutal reach of a 36-inch heavy weapon.
That is, yeah.
So what's next?
Okay, so let's talk. Do we want to go? Let's talk flavor. Do we want to make this more lemony, or do we want to make it more orange in flavor?
There we go.
Or is there another flavor we
sharp,
want? Yeah.
So we want sharp citrus or sweet citrus, right? Yeah, and so last time we went with the blood orange, and I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
But the fact is that we can make lemon work too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just about how we build the rest of it.
Yeah.
Especially if we're talking about cardamom and peach additions.
Exactly.
To that salty, tangy ale. Oof. Oof. Oh, here, I got some cues here. I also provided some product here. Enjoy. Hey, Essay says, in all seriousness, when are you going to do a show? I think we went over that. I mean, I think do a show or competition with the beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a multi-phase process, but we've been approached by a couple partners about doing larger runs, so we should do it. Graham Baxter says, how far ahead are the PAX locations set? Perhaps next year PAX Unplugged can be in Canada. PAX Unplugged lives in and does its best to represent the Philly gaming scene. Baron Timber says, hey, can you degas the current batch and run it through a nitro tap? You certainly could. I mean, we've been thinking about purchasing the nitro equipment, just because it'd be really neat to address one of the beers, just as a philosophical thing, one of the beers specifically as a nitro.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that every Saturday when we go out to write the C team and drink, and we ask this one brewery to put an IPA on nitro, and they never do it, and they just keep putting this coffee stout on nitro. That has nothing to do with it at all. Not that we want an IPA on nitro or anything like that. Has nothing to do with it.
It has been an issue in the past, but I mean that we're not mad about it.
We're not mad about it.
let's see. Beer question. Why would the same beer taste differently at home compared to when I drink it at the brewery?
Oh, couple reasons. It
This is
depends
gonna
on
be good.
how you're drinking it. One, are you drinking it from a can? One, always get it out of the can because there's actually
away.
a lot of dirt and grime on the top of these fuckers.
Yeah.
And it can influence taste.
Yes.
Two, if you're drinking at a brewery, hate to admit it, sometimes beer lines don't get cleaned as often as they should.
Yeah.
There was a brewery back on the East Coast that I used to go to all the time, and they had this fantastic Dunkelweizen, and it sucked at the brewery because they never cleaned their tap lines.
Oh, wow.
But it was amazing when you got it in a bottle somewheres. So there's that. It could be a reason.
No.
Or
there's a lot of distinguishing characteristics.
Yep.
Now,
or you're getting it more fresh at the brewery.
yeah,
than you are.
time from brewing.
Yep.
Right? So get a load of this. The other thing that could be a factor is that the recipe can change.
Yeah.
Like the recipe,
Absolutely.
the original recipe for Space Dust is not the recipe that they're running now.
Right.
Hey, so Pygmy 90, what is nitro? So a nitrogen tap or a nitro pour is essentially a separate piece of equipment. So this right here is a traditional tap. Obviously, this is not traditional. This is a creature of beauty and sophistication made to us, made for us by Clues. But it's a custom tap head, right? Tenuous, you are not helping. So there's a custom tap head, and then the gas used to draw the beer out and then push it through the tap, right? See you, Belgium. And then actually push it through the tap. What it does is it imparts, in terms of the mouthfeel, it imparts a creamy texture to any beer, really. But there's certain beers that are very, very good at it, that want to be.
Yeah, that are naturally kind of in that continuum.
It's
right?
interesting in any context,
Yeah.
but there are some that actually really prefer to be served that way.
And a lot of the times it's darker beers, but having an IPA or an ale, like a pale ale on nitrous, is very novel, and it can be really, really good if done properly.
You can learn from it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, so we're talking about lemon. So we're going to throw in some of that. We're going to go that lemon angle.
Okay, cool. So with that in mind, do we want to put wheat in this or not? Because it's going to give us that
Well, a
citrusy
very
flavor.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Do we want to put a little bit of wheat in this or no? Because we can very much stay away from it if we want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and if you guys look on Beersmith right now, the color, just with the pale 2-row, we're already at 6.
Lovely. Right?
Mm-hmm. Offers the citrusy dealio.
Yeah, try to imagine how much the iOS autocorrect hates this sentence. It doesn't like it. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely ducking doesn't like it.
No. Yeah, I have never used the word ducking in a text.
No, ever.
Not
When?
once.
When? I don't even use it when I'm ducking under something.
No.
Fuck that.
No.
Duck that.
No, absolutely not. They want wheat. They want wheat.
They want
so,
wheat? Okay, I like that. No, I mean,
They want wheat.
Wheat is really great because it's going to bring
thanks,
out...
Majesty. Yeah, well, first of all, but it's also it's going to provide another
absolutely.
flavor point reference in this thing that's supposed to be a crazy pile of stuff. Right?
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a pale wheat so we don't influence the color more.
No, we just leave it be, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So where to next? I mean, in terms of the malt builds for these are not crazy
This is really all we have to go
for our base.
for our base. So the question is, do we want to add salt in it? Usually a Gose has salt
Yeah.
added, or do we want to add coriander, or both?
Here, so this is going to be good choices.
Yeah, Atravinica, we're going to put, excuse me, first let's do salt and coriander, and then we'll talk about acidulated malt.
Yeah. So this will give them something. This will give them a pretty novel choice profile here, and we can use this time to get us more cues. Local trait. I have some wine grapes I think are ready. Would you be interested in using them?
Oh, that's fun.
It's fun. We're not doing wines yet. I don't think.
We could. I mean, we have all the equipment. So wine is very easy to make. It's much, I shouldn't say that. It's hard, it's complex as you want to make it, but in its simplest forms, it's much like a mead where it's pour, put in the yeast.
Yeah.
But obviously, winemakers make it a much more complex process to get even more flavors.
Let's see. So local tray, we got you. Tatatek says, where does this rank with the rest of the beers? Gosh. I would say at this point, we've had so many just out of the park. Like so many of them have been so good. I think this might be top 10.
Which one? This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be top 10, but like I say, it's like when I go back through a bunch of the successes, like I really loved Widow's Wake, the rye PA.
Secret Stash.
Yeah, see, for me, Secret Stash is one of our best, even though it's like it's a brown ale. Like
Yeah.
It's the most standard, normal thing.
Right, but it was just absolutely amazing. For me, I'm still, to this day, still my favorites are Jim's Velvet Cape
Yep.
and War Priest. Even they were our first two beers, and there's still
There's just something
to be.
about them.
Yeah, those two were
There's something about them. I mean, obviously, there's like a nostalgic
sure.
aspect, but it's not just that.
They were really good. Like I mean,
there's
they
more
were,
to it. There's more to it, and so I would say, but also Unwarranted Advantage was amazing. Like the Gose was out of control.
I couldn't believe it. Like,
Right, and so it's
well,
gotta be-
we were both gonna. We opened it up and we were like, this is gonna be. I'm not a Gose fan. You're not a Gose fan. Let's just try it.
No, but it worked, man. It worked.
It was fantastic.
So let's take a look at these. Oh yeah, so they want that coriander
Okay.
to back them up there. So let's get it. Okay. So do you put that? Okay. So coriander seed, you actually have that in there.
Yep, it's gonna go right in the boil.
I don't have to
At
make.
about
I don't
10.
have to make that special note over here. So what are we looking for here? What's next?
So do we want to put acidulated malt in, which is going to bring out the
That should be. You want to derive the tang. That that
Exactly.
Gose tang from the acidulated malt, or you mean via the yeast? We're going to call this pull the tang source. Acidulated malt. So for their purpose, just let them know what that means.
yeah. So it's malt that has that on the outside of it. It acidulated that malt. It's going to. We're not actually using the malt to get sugars. We're taking the salt off of the husk of the malt
Yeah.
to get the flavor.
Or, and what's the alternative offering? Just adding like a.
That's it. Do we want to use acidulated malt or not?
Well, how else would we get the tangy?
It's going to come from the yeast that we use.
Okay.
And we're already putting salt in there.
That's true. And I think one of the things that made the last one a success was the fact that it had our mix was a little bit different than maybe a traditional
Yep.
offering was. But yeah, the salt and the lemon, I think on this, so this is going to be a sharper offering than the last one.
Very much so. Very
Right.
much so. Yeah. But we also have to think: do we want to put a fruit in this as well? Do we want to do plum? Do we want to do
I'm liking
lemon
this.
rind?
I'm liking
do
this
we,
peach.
Do we want to put
Well,
peach in here?
Lemon rind. I don't think lemon rind is a choice. Like, I don't think it's a choice. Like, the people have said lemon, and God damn it, we're going to offer up a sweet lemon.
Just saying. There's options. We have
Maybe a nice Meyer lemon.
Ooh.
Here's the acidulation. Parents went away. You
Wow.
vacation. You are a great person. You're who this country needs right now, provided you live here.
Or whatever country you're from.
See, this is my question here. So, Dr. Beardsley, is the plan to kettle sour it, or is acidulated malt the only way to get the target pH?
No, you can kettle sour the beer. One of the two. But the acidulated malt, it definitely helps out with the pH. So adding it along with the salt that we're already putting in.
Well, you're going to get that flavor. And like I say, I mean, it might have been milder.
I just like the concept of using both the salt and the acidulated malt because of the mix of these potions falling off.
But listen, I am here as the voice of the people, and the people are saying acidulated malt. You want me to make a note of it?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need St. Brian. I need him here today
Yeah, it's too good.
to roast some pork and
For my craw.
deliver an incredible experience. Oh, drunk phytologist, so sorry to hear it. So sorry to hear it. At least you are aware of the herbs that can help a stomach issue. I mean, is that the bright side here? Yes, voice of the people called dissenters the devil. Isn't that how it always is, though?
So let's talk about fruit. What do we want to put in this? Or do we want to put in this?
I think we want fruit. So I heard a lot about peach, and I think we want to get that peach in there. So, but what would be other healthy fruits that are going to offer us up the body and the character that would be neat in here alongside it, right?
So someone mentioned plum. That could be interesting.
Plum's classic, yeah. And has a tangy skin too.
Yeah.
If we're going to use plums, I'd want to use the whole plum.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right?
yeah. So peach, plum, watermelon? That would be interesting.
Oh, now watermelon would give it a fucked up color.
Yeah, that'd be super interesting.
That's it. Yeah, watermelon, peach,
Mango.
plum.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Mango is another great choice. I would say like a.
Wow, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna put up these four. So mango would be another great choice, body wise, because it's just a very syrupy fruit.
Yeah.
I would say there's a Atahualpa, however it's pronounced, starts with A and ends with O. That's like a buttery. Oh, that's the one that.
yeah,
It isn't the
yeah.
large one. It's like
Yep.
the smaller one that almost looks like it has a horn on it.
Yeah.
Looks like a cashew nut in some ways.
So I want to say
That
it
thing's
was,
a monster.
was it Firewalker? Whoever makes Union Jack. I remember having a cast beer at an old place in New York, and it was a mango pepper saison that they made. And it was absolutely unreal in cask.
Well, yeah, but that's actually the crazy thing is that's not even weird. I was talking to Keek about it, about an experience I'd had when I was at Disneyland one year, and it's like you purchased mango slices, and then inside the package of the mango slices is a thing of chili powder, which is inconceivable. Like up here, like that's
That's not a thing.
that wouldn't be normal.
Yeah.
But it is so good. And then when I was down at PAX South, Duke Thompson gave me a bunch of candies, and that spicy mango is a genre.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah, that is a completely normal thing. And Uncle Ruku's like mango pepper's so good. It is normal.
Man, that's interesting.
The
I
other
didn't know
candy
that.
he gave me that honestly was my favorite one was a spiced cucumber candy.
That sounds fantastic. See, that to me sounds fantastic.
Yeah, imagine a candy that is sweet, spicy, and refreshing. Like how?
The one thing I
How?
didn't try when I was in Arizona or someplace down south, there was cactus candy.
Yeah, that's not super crazy either. Especially if you're talking about like a prickly pear.
Yeah.
It is an amazing, almost like bubble gum adjacent.
Is that what it tastes like? I just didn't buy it. And I was like,
It's whacked out. My son is obsessed with prickly pears. No,
prickly pear goes.
next time. Dude, if we could do a prickly pear Gose, that
be
would
really
dominate
neat.
the earth.
Yeah.
It would stand astride the earth like a giant. They want watermelon.
I think that's cool.
bad,
I think it's
and
neat.
we're going to get it. So between the acidulated malt the salt.
Yeah, okay.
And we honor that lemon request with some rind, I assume.
Or lemon drop hop. Okay.
You're right. Now, lemon drop is an expensive hop, especially for that level of IBU. We would want to do something else with the rest of the bag, right?
Right. Yeah. So, but we.
Dude, this is...
Here he goes again.
Here he goes again on his own. Now, it's like this, okay? Mitsuhani, thank you so much. Oh, no, it's no problem. It's super nice to see you on the Twitter. This is like a vampire's thirst. You know, like it's reached a dangerous level.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
I'm okay
it's that
with this.
tier.
I'm okay with this.
yeah,
Listen, I'm okay with vampire.
it's nice to make
fine. It's
something that people enjoy. Now,
when I see Jeff happy, life is good.
he's having a great time. Now, so what's next? So now we need to hit the hop
Yeah,
that
we
we're
got
going
to
to
use
use
hops.
to get our
Where am I?
very small IBU.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is first get a little bit of a bittering hop. But we can use, what's fun, we can, because this is such a low IBU, we can use,
It really is.
we can use an aroma hop for bittering. So first we're
Because
going to.
it's so slow, because it's so low.
We're going to go with Amarella Gold. We haven't used this a lot, but it is citrusy and flowery and
Yeah, floral
Everything- yeah.
floral would be amazing in this, especially with the fruit.
also we could use Hallertau Blanc, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
it's
classic.
Passion fruit, grapefruit, pineapple, lemongrass.
Or you want to drop a classic lemon drop on them?
No.
No, god damn it. Are you crazy? That photo is like, oh, special B? Yeah, he wishes.
Actually, hold on. Yes, we're going to do lemon drop, but lemon drop is also going to be added at the end for aroma.
Yes.
So do we want to make this a single hopped Gose and just use lemon drop all the way through?
There we go.
Yep, Orion Citra would be great too.
It's good. I'm going to throw that one up there because we used Citra a couple times. Goes down easy. Yeah, Uncle Ruku tossing motherfuckers in the word jail. I hoped that the God Hand Nipper would be here for us to be able to use today, but alas, it was not to be. Alas.
That's okay.
Precious Clipper Chan.
God, that thing is amazing.
She's Clipper Chan, but then she has clippers in
Right.
each hand. I don't know what it means.
It's like a double rainbow.
It's all the way across the sky. That's the only thing we know for sure. Listen, they want the Hallertau Blanc for that.
Wow,
They
that's
Well,
fantastic.
they want the big citrus.
Well, yeah, I
they
think
want
it's
big
interesting,
citrus
right?
and they want that big tropical flavor.
Yeah.
And we're gonna give it to them. And so, Hallertau Blanc, and then lemon drop at flame out. I love it. And it's just a sprinkle. I mean, it's just the slightest amount.
Yep. And add hops. We're gonna do lemon drop. This isn't even coming up for a vote.
Eckler, I'm not sure there's going to be anything to clip next week unless we decided we wanted a couple more models to fill out our teams. Orion Rogue is flame out or dry hop. Now that's a good choice.
Both.
Just go crazy. Yeah, Clipper Sean deserves a beer. Do that classic lager.
Fucking Clipper.
Oh, hey, Rika, it would be my great pleasure to make sure. So we have got here on today's show a beer that is based on an entire shelf of potions, all collapsing into a single person and forming a slurry of glass and mystic liquids on the floor. And we are trying to collect as much of that sense with this broad spectrum, deeply novel beverage. So we should get the name up so we can send the the channel over to.
Yep, because we're just going to use the lactobacillus.
Yep. We know what we have to use because of the type of beer it is. So let's get some names out there, people, and then I'll send this thing over to.
It needs glitter to represent the broken glass.
I think we have to use the edible glitter
Is that a thing?
in order for it to truly be the potion slurry.
Where do you even get it?
Edibleglitter.com.
Not .org?
Create an account.
Okay, fine.
Well, no, they're selling this shit.
Yeah, well, that's true.
What goes, tiny drinker?
Tiny drink. All I can think of is just
It is a Gose, yeah.
Down it goes. Yeah. Goes at 11. Goes to 11. All that glitters is Gose.
Yeah, all
right.
that.
Color spray. Yes, Chris.
Oh,
Great.
that's good. Color spray is very good. There goes
There's
the
a
shelf.
shelf. That's good.
What goes?
Potion commotion.
Potion commotion. Worm turns.
Alchemess. Grains goes wild. Jesus. Goes in 60 seconds.
Oh, so Clues knows what's up.
Oh, cool.
Anything goes. There we go. I love it.
Prismatic pint. Cauldron tipper. Yeah. Goes hose. Potion popped. Short shelf life.
Oh, I am going to add shelf life.
Yeah.
So take a look at these incredible
Wow.
flavors.
God, it's amazing how many great names get sent up. Goes up in flames, yeah.
Here I goes again
Again.
on my own. Down the road I know. See, what's funny about that is that song still seems so naughty. Because when it came out, I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's true. And I'm just like, this was a dude in a leather jacket walking down the road with a acoustic guitar.
I don't know. So they got me a stereo, like a radio. But if I ever listened to the radio on the radio they gave me, I got in trouble. Growing up,
I don't even know. how to process that.
growing up in the church is
Yeah.
very strange sometimes. Blessed by this Alchemess.
Whoa!
Oh, Alchemess is a beautiful turn of phrase, and as is Shelf Life. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're both great. They're both great winners. You know, Umbral Alderman, I'm going to give you what you want.
Alchemess.
Never say, as my father said, don't say I never gave you nothing. Shelf Life.
Oh, we're doing a runoff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Alchemess. Go and get it. Oh no,
Alchemess.
Gil, you murdered it. You murdered it, kid.
Yep.
We'll grab a couple cues while we're working
Yeah,
here.
totally.
After this tipsy beer is War Priest still your favorite created? War Priest may still be, but War Priest is very different from this. I mean,
Yeah, it's hard
this
to
is
like.
coffee mega forward, but War Priest is a CDA
Right.
/ black IPA, so it's much tangier.
Right.
Right. So the IBUs are up in the IPA
Oh,
range.
yeah, absolutely.
And so it exists in a very, very different continuum. Let's see. Recipes posted online anywhere? Not yet.
Gonna be?
Sorry about that. Have you tapped Drebus's brew? Or is this so maturing? So Drebus was that, we have it in there.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
3
aging.
beers
Yeah.
together in one thing, and a mead.
was a braggot.
Yeah, Ritzbits wants to know if PAX Oz is considered PAX Far West or PAX Far East. It's actually PAX Far South. It's the true PAX South. Oh, have you been, GM Rocky says, have you been keeping up with the new Pico Z progress? No, we haven't
No,
looked
we
at
haven't.
it. It all looks quite exciting, but I wonder if the first brew run through it will be a tried and true oldie from before or a new recipe.
Oh, that's
Trying an
cool.
old one,
That would be
because
pretty fun.
obviously the Pico knows every recipe we've created together. So it'd be very, very straightforward.
Yeah.
It would be effortless
yeah.
to get that cooking up. A double IPA Gose cookie, Mom. This is goofy. I recently found out how to make a Thai massaman curry in the slow cooker. Beer recommendations? Honestly, the beer we made today or a Gose in general might be interesting.
Yeah.
Just because it's salty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
And
makes
the
sense.
salt might be a really interesting offset for the coconut milk and the rich savoriness.
That's a really good way to look at
So
it. Yeah.
it would basically provide you with clarity, like a sharp clarity inside the rest of that context.
Yeah.
Ho ho. Alchemess.
Love it.
81 votes. That's about as high as it gets, kid. Hey, so we are at it. Back at it. We have put together a truly novel Gose, I think, for the shelf issues. It's like shelf malfunction.
That's it.
I
That's
think
better.
is the terminology. But in any case, what a pleasure it's been.